chiropractic, it's a big scope when it comes to natural medicine. But we're here to talk about hypertension, because I think somebody mentioned that to me, so I said let me explain that a little bit before I start the explanation that I want to explain when it comes to hypertension. Oh, again, some love in the chat, man. Yay, what's up? Hi, Dr. Lewis, can I get your phone number, please? Thanks. My phone number is 328-4176. That's 328-4176. So someone's going to pin it in the chat very soon, all right? Let me just, yes, and somebody put, yes, Stacy put 2332810, so you know for sure that is one of my supporters, right? Some of my supporters is going to see that I'm online, and they're going to come across pretty soon too, so they will be able to kind of help edit the conversations and whatnot that we have in the chat. Yes, 328-4176. I don't know that's a supporter there already. Thank you for being here. Yes, people, don't forget to tap the screen. Tap the screen, all right? TikTok. It's on your TikTok. Yeah, it's on everybody TikTok, all right? So don't forget to tap your screen, guys, because this is a very hot topic. I'm waiting for Hospitales to come back on before I start, right? Pin your number. Yes, I'm going to pin that number. All right? So Hospitales and myself, we're going to start to do more lives. I'm a person, I always wanted to do live, but I always making certain excuses because I'll be so busy here at the clinic. I know Hospitales, he brought me out today. And, last night we spoke, and he told me, hey, Doc, you need to come on this live. I was like, all right, I'll make some time today, Yeah, because, I like how he encouraged me to start to come back out to do lives, because I stopped doing lives a while now. It's been a while since I did a live, and he encouraged me to come back out to do lives. And I like the energy. It's good to have people again motivating you, giving you that extra push. Even though you are a motivated person, it's always good to have someone else, giving you that extra push to bring you out to do certain things. And Hospitales did that. He's very good at what he do. He cares about people. I respect that. And I always say I was alone in this world, and I actually saw someone like myself, pushing me. It kind of shocked me knowing that I'm the one to push persons into a healthy aspect of life, and I finally saw someone who actually pushing me to come out here to actually do a live and speak with people, and I said, no, I need to come on because, it felt different. Somebody like myself is in the world too, So, Hospitales, hats off to you, my brother. Continue the good work. Yeah, don't stop. Keep that momentum. A lot of persons out here need our help, and sometimes I be in the clinic here, and I'm overwhelmed with so much people coming in, and I have to fix all these people to come and do a live. It's very, you need a certain level of energy to come out to do a live. And thanks for that push. And I'm out here today. And for everyone on this live, they're going to get a very good program. They're going to get an excellent program. They're going to get the best of me and Hospitales. They're going to get the best of both worlds. And let me tell you something. You need to follow this guy. You need to follow him. When I say this guy, technique and how we do things and whatnot, even I was intrigued myself. You need to follow this guy, and we are going to amplify this life. We're going to amplify your health. We're going to amplify the way you think. We're going to amplify mind, body, and medicine. All right? So you're going to get the best of all worlds. That is what you're going to get on this live. So, Hospitales, we are going to make this live the #1 health live with both of our expertise. We're going to make this live the #1 health live, because I find to myself that I am very good at what I do. I'm very good at my craft. And I find myself seeing people out there, saying things and videos and whatnot and doing things, and it don't really make sense to me, because I'm just not a naturopathic doctor. I'm also a specialist in my field and a clinical naturopathic doctor, whereby I practice for over 10 years. So saying something and doing it and practicing it is something totally different, because now you have the experience with different persons' body anatomy and physiology and different blood types and the way how certain people's body function and the way how genomes and genetics change alter different products allergic reaction to this herb can actually cause a damage to that person. So you actually see the difference when you're actually practicing medicine, and it's amazing. It's amazing. So we want to bring that level of experience. We want to bring that level of expertise to you guys, the followers, the listeners who is locked on this program, and we're going to bring that to you with the help of God. We're going to bring that to you guys, right? So, health. What is health? You know, when somebody says, "Listen, I am healthy," what are you saying to yourself? We here on this life, Hospitalists and myself as well too, we believe that health is in here, your temple, mind, body, soul, right? A lot of persons don't believe that, but my disciples, I mean, these are the people who follow me from day one. The way how Dr. Lewis lived, they live, right? These are my disciples. I call them my disciples. And when we practice health, what we put into our temple is very important. And I want you guys to be very mindful of temple food. Right? What you put into here is your temple. You have to respect that. And hospitalists, this is why so many persons get caught up with that whole job. Because we don't want to call the word here, because what has happened is that when you call that word here, your life does start to stick. And they start to make people come off of your life. They started disconnect our lives. So I don't want to talk about that here. So we're going to use the word called job. And when we say job, we don't know what that means, right? Right? So that is why so many persons get caught up with that job, because they were forced to put a medicine into the body by high officials. Alright? And that is how they end up with complications with their health. So when we talk about your temple, we talk about the respect and love that you have for your body, what you put into your system, everything that you put into your mouth. You are what you eat, you are what you digest, you are what you absorb. It must be beneficial to you as an individual. What you allow persons to get into your head, like if you allow persons to get into your head, it must be beneficial to you, to your health. Learn to block out negative energy, negative thoughts, because what you put in is based on how you feel and how you project throughout the entire day. And that is why we as naturopaths, we learn the yin, the yang, we learn the way how the body balances itself, which is called homeostasis, which is the balancing of the body. I used to always tell my patient this, because naturopathic doctors, we just don't deal with the physical aspect of things, we deal with the emotional aspects of things. So I always encourage persons to listen. If your husband or your wife is stressing you, you need to find a solution. Even if you go to a corner for 5 minutes or 10 minutes and decompress, take a drive, do something, and decompress your mind from that level of stress, that will be beneficial to you. And you're doing your body a favor, and your body is going to thank you for it. Right? And that is why also they say it's very important to choose the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with. Because that person can make you old and gray, and that person can kill you with stress. Because I heard you talk about stress earlier today, and how stress does affect the body. And yes, it do. Because stress is one of the only things in your body that could produce a hormone called cortisol. Cortisol is a stress hormone produced by your adrenal cortex. And cortisol causes the blood vessels in your body to constrict. Right? And that limits the way how blood flow through your body. Right? It limits. You hear me? You all hear me, right? Yeah? Alright, good. Yeah, so cortisol limits the way how blood flows through your system. So that creates something called a cardiovascular distress. It creates a circulatory distress, right? So that is why circulation is something that you must keep as priority in your life. Blood flow is very, very important, guys, right? So stretching on hypertension is just the way how blood flow from one area to the other, right? And if blood don't flow the way that it should, then it creates a pressure buildup in the the valves of your heart, and that is what does cause hypertension. So what are some of the causes of hypertension, right? Hypertension is created by inflammation in the blood vessels, right? Inflammation is what? Inflammation is the things that we consume. Inflammation is the things that we eat. You know, the inflammatory foods. I heard hospitalists was talking about some of the inflammatory foods and whatnot, inflammation, and telling you exactly, you know, what to eat, how to eat, and these things. So it's very important that you maintain a healthy and a proper diet. Diet is important. You always say that you are what to eat. So you see what hospital is drinking right now? Tell them what you're drinking. Everybody asks.
What I have here is ginger, cayenne pepper, some turmeric, and bitter melon. What they call wild currant. So this is pretty much a detox directly for the liver.
So you see, the toxin is liver early in the morning. So yeah, you have to do some level of detox. Yeah, all right. Yes, guys. So don't forget to tap your screen again. When you talk certain things, they just want to bump off lives. Yeah, right. Media is controlled.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So again, the topic is hypertension. All right. So hypertension is an inflammatory response in your blood vessels. Right? What is inflammatory? What is an inflammatory response in your blood vessels? The thing that you eat, processed foods, sugar, all that creates what? Inflammation. Right? And when that inflammation gets in to your body, it goes within your blood vessels and it deteriorates your blood vessels. And once it deteriorates your blood vessels, your body natural cholesterol will kick in. Right? And when the cholesterol kick in, it will start to patch up these holes and stuff in your blood vessels. And then when it patch up the holes in your blood vessels, what would happen is it narrows the space in your blood vessels now. So the space become narrow. And when the space become narrow, what will happen is that blood won't flow through as it should. And then you have hypertension. So that is why it's also important to clean up your arteries. All right? Arteries are important, you know? Cayenne pepper is also responsible for helping the production of thinning the blood. But cayenne pepper will thin the blood, but when it thins the blood, it does not cleanse the artery, it does not allow the arteries to be clean. It does thin the blood to the volume of the artery that is currently there. So that is why it's important to clean the arteries. So we will discuss later, you know, certain things and whatnot, how to clean the arteries and whatnot, right? Yes, but Alice, anything you had to say there?
No, pretty much what you said, I mentioned already. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So cleaning the arteries, it's very important. You want to make sure that your pipes clear. You see what has happened? If your pipes is not clear, how you expect blood to flow through? So let me give an next analogy. Our next analogy is like what medical doctors use. Medical doctors use aspirin, right? Aspirin is a blood thinner as well. But cayenne pepper is a natural blood thinner to aspirin, right? But aspirin, again, just like cayenne pepper, like a lot of persons know Barbara O'Neill, and you know Barbara O'Neill talk about cayenne pepper, but you have to understand the stance where Barbara O'Neill speak about cayenne pepper. Because you hear clips, you didn't hear the entire program. So the clips Barbara was talking about with cayenne pepper was the thinning of the blood. So you use it for emergency purposes. Like, for example, we spoke earlier about emergency purposes and clinical experience. That's totally different, right? So like there was this client, she heard to use cayenne pepper for any heart complaints or any heart problems or what, and she did, right? And she keep using cayenne pepper without any guidance from any professional, any doctor, and she ended up with internal bleeding. Here why? Because her blood count was already low. It's supposed to be 5, it was 3, right? Because she had a heavy menstrual cycle. Okay. She had heavy menstrual cycle and whatnot, so her blood count dropped. And then she was using the cayenne pepper because someone advised her to use the cayenne pepper. And when she used the cayenne pepper, she experienced internal bleeding. All right, because her blood was too low and she started to black out and faint and these things. So it's you have to use these medicines with a pinch of salt. You can't just how can you build up your blood count? Acid reflux. Yeah. How to build up your blood? We're gonna discuss that. So hospital is gonna write down those questions or something, and then we will discuss it, right? Okay, so guys, I'm kind of multitasking here right now because our client is waiting for some medicine. So you're gonna see me stretching behind there, trying to take out the medicine while I speak, right? Because I'm actually in active live clinic right now. So you're gonna see me kind of, doing other stuff, trying to take out some medicine for a patient, right? All right, so yeah, so be very mindful of certain things that you use and whatnot, because yes, it can be a good thing. It is a good thing because listen, if something have to happen to you now, heart related, cayenne pepper is your best bet. But for a maintenance, you don't use it too much, especially if you know your blood count is low. You don't use it too much because you will get internal bleeding through your nose, bleeding through your anus, bleeding through the vaginal area, stomach bleeding. All these things could contribute towards using those stuff. So you have to use it in moderation, and you have to use wisdom as well too, because you don't want to suffer from, like, you have lightheaded symptoms, right? Your symptoms is lightheadedness, and then you're using cayenne pepper. Come on, you'll kill yourself. yeah, right? Because the reason why you experience lightheaded symptoms, it could be two things. It could be because your oxygen levels is low, or it could be, which is your blood count level is low, which is hemoglobin, right? Or it could mean you just don't have enough blood. Yeah, right? So when you use cayenne pepper, you decrease your oxygen levels in your body because it's in your blood. Red blood cells are responsible for the transportation of oxygen. I don't know if I'm making sense. Let me know if I'm making sense. I'm just writing some stuff. So I will continue. The stomach, skin, this and histamine. Yeah? So let me know if I'm making sense. Yeah, right, good. All right. So you don't wanna use something to contribute towards your ailment, and this is where we can't just use things off the internet. We have to use everything with a pinch of salt, and then consult a professional to get better advice. Right? Well, somebody mentioned Celtic salt. All right. Yeah, so I think I did saw someone mention that. Let me know, hospitalist, if someone mentioned that.
Yeah, they did.
Right. So Celtic salt, right? That is okay. I use that for almost everything, right? Because it's a mineral salt, right? So we're gonna explain all them things today because yes, that's correct. Red blood cells. Yeah. So before I start on the Celtic salt, let me somebody saying that we're talking about blood, respond to the transfer to the cells. Right. Good. Somebody mentioned we'll talk about kind of normal salt work. We'll talk about that after too, right? Somebody mentioned how to build your blood, right? Well, there are different ways to build your blood. First of all, what we do here at the clinic, we do the clinical way of building blood. We use something called the iron phosphate, which is one of the most potent form of iron. Our iron is like iron, right? So iron is a kind of heavy mineral. Of course, you all know that on the charts, right? Iron is a very heavy mineral. So original iron is a heavy product. So like for example, if you come and purchase our iron here, you actually feel the weight of the iron because that's iron phosphate, that's the raw iron. The other iron in the pharmacies are synthetic iron. Those iron was derived from a lab, so you don't want to take that iron. Those iron are binders, right? So that is the reason why when you take those irons, you get constipated, right? With our iron, you don't get constipated, right? our iron don't make you constipated. So that's actually a good thing, right? But when you purchase iron from a pharmacy, that is considered synthetic iron, which means it was derived from a lab. It's a binder, it's iron extract, and they put the chemicals and stuff inside of it, right? So those iron are not good iron. Like hospitals, there was this guy, right? Is a very famous Just write down the questions. We will get to the questions. Don't worry, people. We'll get into those questions. Right?
I have the
So
questions
if
here.
you have any
Just put them in the
questions,
chat.
feel free to put it in the chat and we're gonna get to it, right? So there was this famous TikToker. He have a pharmacy, and he's bring a medical doctor every now and then, talking about different ailments and whatnot. And he came onto that live, and he bring a medical doctor to talk about acid reflux, right? So the medical doctor say acid reflux is something when you get blood in your stomach, blah, blah, blah. He do a basic kind of introductory, and then he tell persons that to use omeprazole. So omeprazole is like a coater, so it kind of coats the stomach, right? I was like, persons is actually listening to this guy, like persons is actually going to take omeprazole for the acid reflux. I mean, come on, man. And the thing about it, these people are actually getting views, all kind of thousand likes, and I was like, what? People actually buy into these things. Like, how you could bring a medical doctor to talk about acid reflux? That is just wrong. And his solution to acid reflux is omeprazole, a drug that coats the lining of your stomach. That's crazy. I mean, we live in an era where lemon juice is circulating. Yeah, not lemon juice, lemon water, sorry. Lemon water is circulating for acid reflux, all these things. We live in that era, and people still clicking love on a medical doctor who using omeprazole to treat acid reflux. Come on, man. We could do better than that. We could do better than that. We could do much, much better than that. You know? So yeah. And so I'm just gonna get one stuff there. So I'm kind of moving. Yeah. So yeah, we need to do better than that, man.
Don't forget to mention the promo code to them.
Yeah, so let me talk about the iron and stuff first, right? So our iron is known to build up the red blood cells production very quickly, all right? And also, like, when we realize a person blood is like too low, what we do, we add something called the B complex. Our B complex is also organic, was derived from a herbal extraction, all right? And there's iron selling out. There's B complex selling on the outside there as well too. A very popular one, but those B complex are also synthetic, right? Derived from a lab, no good. So these are the things that we have to take into consideration, right? Hospitals, go ahead for 2 minutes. Let me just go and collect some stuff here, all right?
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys. So for those asking where his office is Parakeet Street, Takorigua. Stacy, could you just put back the number in the chat, please? So let me pin it. Yeah. And guys, if it is you having acid reflux, right? A simple solution, as he mentioned, was rough skin lemon or key limes in water, first thing on an empty stomach. Okay, I can't pin it. Okay. And well, just ever so often when someone asks, just put back the number in the chat then. Yeah, but a simple solution for acid reflux, if you want to do it at home, you have a lime tree, a rough skin lemon tree. You cut the lemon first thing on an empty stomach. Drink your lemon water in AM as you get up. Yeah, and that will also help you with alkaline in the body and stuff. as well as you'll get your daily dosage of vitamin C without having to go to the pharmacy and get these vitamin C capsules. You could get your
Yes.
vitamin C direct from your lemons.
Yes. So make sure I was talking about the B vitamins and whatnot. Make sure that when you get your vitamins, you get your vitamin from a proper source. Again, that is why I open my conversation talking about what you put into your body, what you put into your temple is very important. Because you put in synthetic vitamins, you're going to get a synthetic outcome. You put in organic vitamins, you're going to get an organic outcome. So what you put into your body is very important, you know? Like, again, you don't go to a pharmacy and purchase a multivitamin. You don't do that. All right? You're looking to set up yourself. Like all these big vitamins, you know, you can't call the names, like it started with A, end with E, right? Yeah, right? Them thing is synthetic, them thing is fillers, them thing just have brand, you know? That is the first mistake people is making. Is going to a pharmacy to buy your vitamins. No, you have to go to a herbal shop to buy your vitamins. Your vitamins must come from a herbal extract. That is one mistake people has made. The second mistake, you don't, right? The second mistake, you don't purchase brand name vitamins. Any vitamins that have a brand on it, that name, 60% of it is fillers. So you get like an extract from the vitamin. So you probably get a 2 extract, right? Because you get 3% of, you get 30% of the vitamins and the rest of them is just fillers, right? Because they know they have to facilitate and accommodate a certain volume of persons. And that is one of the reasons why I came out from endorsing and pushing even network marketing products. Network marketing products, yes, they are awesome. But because if the demand gets great, they drop the potency of the product. And me being a clinical naturopathic doctor, I don't sell, I need my products to work to fix people. Like when somebody come to me, I have to fix them. Because when I fix them, they will tell others what this doctor in Trinidad is doing. That is one of the reasons why I don't advertise and whatnot, because my clients, word of mouth is the most powerful tool ever. Because once you do something good and you light yourself a fire, the world will come to see you burn. You can count on that, eh? Right? So you just have to be, whatever you do, you have to be genuine and you have to be very, very good at it. What is the number on the page though, for anyone wanting it? The number, we need to pin this number. Let me see if I can get it pinned here. 328 4176. 328 4176. Alright, so let me see if I can pin this. No, I cannot pin. So you gotta do all the pin.
I can't even pin it myself.
Yeah, I don't think I can pin it there. Alright, but you know, we will keep
putting it back in the chat.
Sorry, they was telling them. Yeah, you can't pin it. Yeah, we cannot pin it, so I guess they will have to do. I think it's one of your number one supporters. It wasn't asking, it was actually telling them. Alright? Yeah. Right, so guys, again, your health is a responsibility. I remember this training tutor was letting us know exactly. He was telling us what is the number one thing to focus on in your health. He was keep asking us that. We say everybody answer differently because we know the digestive system is crucial for your health. We know different areas, and he brought in circulation. He said because if blood don't flow through your body properly, that you're dead. Yeah. The blood, that is why they call it blood the river of life, life force. You know, so blood health is very important, and hospitals can testify to that. That's the reason why nothing in this life can actually beat movement. Use your movement, boss. Yeah, there is nothing. There's nothing in life can actually beat movements. So movements is very important. I think the light's taking a little bit, hospitalist. I think I get a little stick on your end there. But it happens, right? Right, so what's some of the questions we was having?
Someone asks how to clean the kidney.
Cleaning the kidney from what? That's the first question. If it's a general cleaning of the kidneys, it's not good to provoke the kidneys just like that. If you're doing like a basic cleaning of the kidneys without getting a proper diagnosis, it's cranberry juice. That's the best bet, and coconut water. All right, so a 4-ounce glass of cranberry juice, you do that like about 3 times a week, and you give a kidney a nice good clean, but it must be 100% cranberry juice. It cannot be cran water and cran mix and cran this. It must, the label must state that is 100% cranberry juice, and there's nothing added to the water. All right, and that is how you give your kidney a nice little basic cleaning. Anything herbal is when you know that you have an issue, because you don't want to provoke the renal, the poles in the kidneys too much and create that diuretic effects, and then damage the kidney and force it to do what it's not supposed to do. So cleaning a kidney on a basic level is the cranberry juice. Anything more advanced than that, you have to come to me to get like a proper assessment, so we can see what's wrong with the kidney, so we can give you some powerful herbs, to help flush the kidneys out. If you come to me, that's when you know it's chronic, and we have to use like different types of herbs, and we have to use our kidney formula as well too. Somebody said that cranberry does hurt my bones. Yes, because cranberry is acidic. So if your body have a lot of uric acid in it, uric acid is a crystal, and that is citrus acid. So it's 2 different acids now will kind of combine together, and it will hurt your bones, right? So anytime any citrus fruits hurting your bones, know for sure that you have a buildup of uric acid and inflammation, right? Because uric acid stored within the joints. And uric acid is a special type of acid that actually damages the kidneys. That's the reason why we test for blood, urine, nitrogen. Yeah, right? So uric acid is a buildup that builds up, and the kidney, the uric acid damages the kidneys, so the body dump it into the joints and the bones. So it will damage your kidneys. You understand what I'm saying? Alright, so if you know citrus is hurting your body on that level, you need to come and get yourself checked out and clean up your temple a little bit. You need to clean up your temple. And if somebody asks what is uric acid, because everything is detailed, uric acid is the byproduct of protein. So when protein is digested in your body and it's broken down, the waste product from protein is uric acid. All right, so that's where uric acid comes from. All right.
Acid reflux.
All right, so a lot of people think that acid reflux is too much acid. That actually was a myth, right? So a lot of people think that, like, when somebody say, hey, doc, I have acid reflux, like, when I hear these doctors talk about, okay, acid reflux is this, and when you have too much acid in your body, and you use omeprazole to control the amount of acid, I was like, God, these guys are so dumb, right? But they have to do it because then you will know what acid reflux is, and then they will try to reverse it. So they kind of gives you a kind of throw off kind of stuff, right? Baking soda I use for acid reflux. Baking soda is not to use for acid reflux. Again, internet propaganda, all right? Again, that is an internet hoax. You do not use baking soda for acid reflux. You're actually making the problem pretty worse. And I'm going to explain why. Listen, or you get the best at Dr. Lewis here. You know how long me do alive? Or you get the best at Dr. Lewis here? Or you get the best? Or you getting the best? So whoever using baking soda, for everybody who's out there that is using baking soda for acid reflux, or you need to stop Google and stop making all your doctor Google, alright? Make all your doctor a clinical naturopathic doctor with years of experience. You need looking young because he's take care of yourself. Right? But use a clinical doctor. Anytime, or you get the best of Dr. Lewis here, you know. Or you're bringing out all my skills, or you're bringing out all my old skills, or you're getting the best. But that's nothing. I come on this life to give my best today, because I ain't do a life in a while, so I given all you everything. Alright? So acid reflux, let me start with acid reflux, people. I know many questions is coming in. I read Dr. Boy, yes, thanks. I know many requests is coming in with different ailments, but let me understand acid reflux, because people is doing damage to the body out there. Acid reflux is when you have too little, not too much. When you have too little acid, called the hydrochloric acid, right? Hydrochloric acid is one of the most potent acid in your body. Hydrochloric acid, you could take hydrochloric acid from someone's stomach and put it on the table, and it will bore a hole through this table. Hydrochloric acid is like battery acid. You know? That acid is responsible for breaking down protein in your body, heavy substance food. All right? So when you constantly eat processed food, sugar, no water, processed food, sugar, no water. When you constantly do that, you deplete the hydrochloric acid that's responsible for digesting your food. Right? And when you deplete that, you get something called a reflux. It's an indication of your body is forcing food, trying to force a pressure up through the esophagus, right? To indicate that there is not enough acid to digest the food. It's like a volcano. Yes, I'm in Trinidad and Tobago, right? So when somebody tell you have acid reflux, mean you have too little acid. So what we do here at the clinic, right? Actually, before we go into that, when your body have little of this acid, right? What will happen is that there are certain tissues now in your stomach that gets raw and hard and crystallized, right? And the lining of your stomach start to deteriorate, right? It's called a gastritis, right? When that lining of your stomach starts to deteriorate, what the medical doctors do, they give you omeprazole to coat that lining. So when they eat food, they won't hit raw stomach. Alright? So you have a temporary coating. Every time you eat, you take that omeprazole. This is how these medical doctors create customers. Alright? So I teach you all your little tricks. So you get the best at Dr. Lewis. Listen, right? Don't take this for granted, you know. It's hospital, let's bring me out here today. You know how long I'm coming alive? Alright? So, this lining now in your walls, you have to take omeprazoles constantly to protect that lining, as you will get pain because your stomach is raw, it's exposed. Alright? So with the little acid, if there's supposed to be acid level up here, this now is your acid level. So when you keep eating all your food, eating 6 times a day, eating all your snacks, it just depleting even more. It just reflucting like a volcano in the night. It just spiking because it's falling and boom, boom. Because food is staying on the stomach too long. So you're getting a reflux. Food is not being digested properly. So you're getting a reflux. Food is not being broken down properly. So you're getting a reflux. Alright? But if you had high hydrochloric acid levels, as soon as food reaches down here, melt through here, then your body produces proteins, lipids, carbohydrates, and break down all them food particles, and then it digests and it goes in Mary's way. Right? But if you don't have, if your acid levels is here, right, and you're bringing a set of food in, and the food staying here, you will get a reflux because your food is not being digested properly. That is acid reflux. So here what we do in the clinic, we give you something called the alkaline formula. Remember that, write it down. The alkaline formula and the digestive enzymes. Those two products now, what it do, it raises the production of hydrochloric acid in your stomach. Alright? And the enzymes help give your pancreas a rest. So it break down the food properly. And now you're able to fix that acid reflux problem. Other than that, the other solution to acid reflux is by, watch, taking something called, hold on, is by taking something called omeprazole. And now the omeprazole is going to coat the area and give you a temporary relief. All right? It give you a temporary relief. And that temporary relief now will make somebody rich. While we will fix the problem and you have your whole stomach back to do its function. All right? I have this same problem, correct? And many people have that problem because they go about it the wrong way. That is one. Someone mentioned baking soda. So here how we are going to tie in baking soda to this thing, all right? Let me take a little break then. Let me see some comments first. I see comments coming in. Good morning, doctor. Thanks for the info. No problem. That's what I'm here for, right? Hospitales, bring me on. Thanks, Hospitales.
All right. Yeah, just take off the camera so the live
Okay.
won't stick as much.
Somebody say, me too. Acid reflux is very bad. Yes, of course it'll be bad because they're not treating it. All right? When they don't treat it, the acid reflux, what has happened? All right? You keep getting this reflux. You damage the esophagus. Some people just end up with something called a palpitation because your stomach is your second heart. So when your stomach levels, hydrochloric acid is depleted, it sends a signal, right? It sends a signal through the vagus nerve, right? When it sends a signal through the vagus nerve, that controls the rhythm of your heart. You get a palpitation, and when you go to the medical doctor, you know what they'll tell you? You have anxiety. Right? I bet you somebody in this chat went to the medical doctor with that problem and they tell them they have anxiety, the stress levels is high. Because they don't want you to know. They don't want you to know. So not loud. Yeah, right. So yeah, that is true. It does happen to me. You see? Yes, somebody say yes. You see? Yes. Whoa, great information. People really see people actually saying that yes, exactly, anxiety. You see? Because that is the easiest thing for a doctor to diagnose, to throw you all off. Because the average person to watch a doctor like he's some kind of god. So once he says it's this, it's that, and you running with that, right? But when it comes by somebody like me and I let you know, really, that is what he tell you. Go back and tell him Dr. Lewis say he totally wrong when I done fix it, right? Right? So that is it. And then now, here comes the internet with its propaganda. Remember, the person that controls the internet, the person that controls is Big Pharma. You need to understand that. You ever try to Google something and all the symptoms frighten the living hell out of you, and you're running to your medical doctor? As you Google something, you swear you're gonna dead. People ask a lot of questions here, but I can't get to all these questions, but some very interesting questions that I really want to answer, and I really hope that I have enough time to answer these questions because I really want to get through it. But somebody say yes, LOL. You ever Google something and you tell yourself you're gonna dead tomorrow? No, them things just happen. You see somebody say everything is cancer. Everything is cancer. Big Pharma, cancer is the highest paid industry in the world. Big Pharma controls the internet. So when you Google baking soda, I write it on baking soda because I want to tie hydrochloric acid with baking soda. I don't want to forget this baking soda and tie it at all because this is connection of my story. All right? Yes. So don't Google your health concerns. Come to a trusted doctor. Listen, I'm here in Trinidad. Right now, I'm supposed to be in St. Martin. I'm supposed to be in Barbados. But the amount of work that I have to do in Trinidad, I have to fix Trinidad first before I leave. You know? So that's why I'm still here, with you guys. Right? Because it's not just here doing that. It's doctors all around the world. It's feeding patients false information. And that is why they're vexed with me. Like somebody say yes, and everything is paracetamol. It's true. Everything is paracetamol. You have a headache, paracetamol. You have a stomach pain, paracetamol. Oh God, don't get me started on painkillers. That's a whole different topic. I don't think we have enough time.
And antibiotics.
And antibiotics. Don't get me started on that. Right? I think that is one of the reasons why I kind of really need to start back to do certain lives, because I just sit back, lay back, and watch all these scrolling through TikTok and watch all these false things on TikTok. I'll be like, seriously, people actually falling for that. Like, wow, people actually doing that. And pharmacies bigging up themselves like there's some kind of supplement store. Pharmacies is not to be in, If you and hospital, anytime you see yourself making frequent trip to a pharmacy, check yourself, something wrong. Anytime you see you making frequent trip to the hospital, these places are not health clinic. These places are drug stores. That's what they call themselves, drug stores. They are for drug addicts. There are ways to fix yourself without going to these places. These places are responsible for only masking your symptoms. That is all. When are you coming to Tobago? And you say, and I'm supposed to go to Tobago before I go to these other Caribbean countries as well too. Right? They are calling for me. They are giving me offers, but I'm telling them no because I have a lot of work here in Trinidad to do. Right? Alright? Alright? So don't be making frequent trips to these drugstore because it's a drug addict. I can't call it name. There's certain sleep medication. I will talk about that next time too. That's a whole different kind of mental topic as well too. Right? But we continue our conversation where we left off. We're talking about baking soda, right? So now when you Google how to treat my acid reflux and you see certain herbal people and certain, not really herbal people, but researchers, I call them, talking about baking soda and how we could use baking soda to neutralize acid. Yes, you can, but it will give you a temporary relief just for you to go and sleep. If it's an emergency and the body just thing really bothering you take some baking soda so you can get a good night's sleep and you deal with it tomorrow. That is what you use that for, right? So let me say we use it for emergency purposes. But let me get down to the science and the integrity of this thing, right? Baking soda have a pH of what? If anybody answer this question, they're good. Besides the hospitalists, what is the pH of baking soda? Don't Google it. I give it I counting up to 10. So the first person answer, I get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Nobody answer. All right? Nobody answer. Anything after that is that means you Google it. I don't on Google. You see? 7, 3, wrong. Right? No. Baking soda pH is baking soda pH is almost 8 point something. That is what? Highly alkaline. That is very alkaline. Right? I'm gonna answer this next question. Anybody who get this answer right, I'm giving them a free scan. I just want to make sure all you're ready. A scan is worth $1,200 in this clinic. So whoever answered this question right, they're getting a free scan, right? So I'm giving everybody the benefit to say thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. I'm feeling to give you something today. Because it's a hard question.
Come guys, only tap up the screen and share the live. Tap up the screen. $1,200 could be yours free. Well, not the 1,200, but the scan.
Right. Well, yes. Tap the screen, or you tap the screen. Whoever get this one right, get a scan. But counting up to 10, anything after 10 is not valid. I'm making sure and put my disclaimer. Are you ready? Are you tapping up the screen? Are you ready? Tap up the screen. That's how I know you're ready. Right, good. Right. They're ready, hospitalists. So what now? If baking soda pH is 8 and up, which is over alkaline, because 7.5 and above is alkaline. Alright? 10K. Love the life. Yes, thank you. Loving the life. Yeah. Alright? What is the pH of the hydrochloric acid in your stomach? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Yes, it will take a while to spell out hydrochloric acid. That's why I do 10 seconds. Yeah, no, wrong. Wrong, right? Everybody paid after. Wrong, right? Wrong. 9, what? Body obsession? I think I know this company, Body Obsession TT. Yeah, I think I know this company. Yeah, 5, 9, 10 seconds on go on. No, Stacy, you already take too long. You Google that. The pH of hydrochloric acid in the stomach is 1.1 and above. Sometimes it can reach to 2. Right? You know what that mean? That mean your pH, the hydrochloric acid in the stomach is very acidic. The reason why it's so acidic and it's so potent, the responsibility of that is to break down food. Right? So if you add a pH now for baking soda, yes, Stacy, yes, laugh. I know you Google it. I know you Google it, Stacy. That is why anytime we ask a question, we give questions at 10 seconds because we know that Google is accessible for everyone. All right? So yes, I got heartburn. Yes, yes. So that was the same person that mentioned the Illuminati, mentioned baking soda, and he said yes, he's got heartburn. Here why, right? So if you have a pH in your stomach as 1.1 to 2, and then you add a pH of 8 and above, 0.4 and above, what do you think will happen? I drank plenty blue waters. Blue water is very acidic. I'm not supposed to say that because I will nobody record that. That's awesome. Yeah. There's one correct answer. 1 point something, yes, we could use this as a correct answer, yeah. Yeah, all right.
Bottled water not good, people.
This water that you see me drinking here, this is alkaline water. That's why I have no label. I produce this in my clinic, all right? This is one of my alkaline water bottles. I just don't put a label on it because I'm using it. They're just wasting a label. All right. Somebody said, I said 1. Yes, but it didn't come in within the 10 seconds. One time check it. Okay.
Spring water.
Right. I think she did say 1 in true, you know. Let me see.
No, she said 1, but it came in after the 10 seconds.
It came in after the 10 seconds. Okay, so you see, Hospitales was the judge. It came in after the 10 seconds. But because of you will get a nice little bonus. You will get a nice little gift card. Alright? Not the full scan, but you will get a gift card because it did came in right after the 10 seconds it did came in. Yeah, right? So let's take her information. I will give her a voucher, a $500 voucher. So that will be good. So let's say come second place, right? So you still get something.
What's her
so
name?
$500 voucher as anything in the clinic, right? That is awesome. All right.
And this would...
So Hospitales will take your information and he will relate to the clinic, and then you can redeem your $500 voucher. Right. So hydrochloric acid levels, right, is 1 point something, and the baking soda is 8 point something. So when you add, right, baking soda to a very high concentrated acid levels in your stomach, what will happen? You will deplete the hydrochloric acid even more. So it was like here, now we drop to here, right? Low. But it will give you a temporary relief. It won't give you that, but it won't give you a permanent fix. Alright? So that is why you don't add an alkaline substance, a high alkaline substance to an acid substance. It come like you have a fire and you add an extinguisher to it. Alright? You have to leave the fire, and that's why lemon water, right, is acidic. So lemon water is responsible for the production of building hydrochloric acid in your stomach. But too much lemon water will produce an overproduction of hydrochloric acid in your stomach, and it also could cause bleeding in your chest as well too. So every single thing you do, you have to do it in moderation and the guide of a practitioner. Right? So
only
yes,
the healthy stuff, guys.
Huh?
That phrase only applies to healthy stuff and natural stuff, because some people think everything in moderation means they can consume the poison and toxic stuff in moderation as well.
That applies to healthy stuff. In health, we use the RBTI forum where we use 80% alkaline and 20% acidic. That is responsible for balance. You need that level of balance because there's pH balancing is very important, but that is a whole different stomach. That is where we balance saliva pH and then we balance urine pH. That pH is supposed to be a certain level in order for proper absorption of vitamins and minerals. because there are certain minerals like iodine you cannot absorb unless your pH levels is 6.7, right? Your pH level have to be a certain, so that's an RBTI technique. Again, natural medicine where you use a strip and test the pH on your tongue, and then you test the pH in your urine, and then we try to balance it with different calcium, nitrates, and all these different things, right? Does fasting help stomach acid boost? Yes, it does. Fasting helps that as well too. It gives the body enough chance to recuperate because food depletes it, and drinking water while eating also depletes it. So you don't want to deplete. Those are the stuff that depletes hydrochloric acid rapidly. Like if you eat your food and you drink water or you drink juice, whatever you drink with your food, that depletes hydrochloric acid drastically. Fasting helps produce that because it gives the body enough time to recuperate. Every time you eat, you kind of deplete a little bit. That is why you have to use wisdom when you're eating as well, all right? So, wow, you all get it today. Yeah. Today was the day for this life to happen. I hope I answered many of the questions in this chat. I really hope so because, whoa, I saw them coming in. Celtic salt, I think that was one of the things, right? Celtic salt, that is a highly mineral salt. It have all the trace minerals in it. It's very good. It's also responsible for the controlling of your high blood pressure. The reason for that is because it's loaded with the mineral called magnesium, right? It have all these minerals inside of it that are responsible for the constriction and the dilation of your blood vessels. So that is why Celtic salt is so powerful for circulation and high blood pressure because of the minerals that are inside of it. Again, that is why minerals is so important to your health. You know, there are other things that you can get minerals in as well too. There's CMOS. CMOS is crucial, right? Like one of the blends that I do, I blend and I juice to get my fiber and to get my pure nutrition, right? One of the blends that I do carrot, CMOS, dragon fruit, beetroot, and whatnot. That is a very powerful blend that I do. And also I juice them as well too, you know, when I feel, and just add celery and stuff to it for that total detoxification when I do my detox, you know. What about taking just magnesium? Magnesium, yeah, taking magnesium is awesome. Magnesium have a lot of let me say responsibilities in your body. It's responsible for bone health. A lot of people think that calcium alone is responsible for bone health. Nope. Magnesium is a driver to drive calcium into your bones, so you need magnesium. It are different types of magnesium. Magnesium also helps with relaxing of muscles as well too. So it aids in tension. It aids in sleep. Magnesium glycinate is one of the most powerful and popular magnesium that helps people with sleeping issues, right? Magnesium glycinate is so powerful that right now our customs is season persons. If they bring in magnesium glycinate, they are season it, right? Because like it's some kind of mafia where they know magnesium glycinate is very powerful, and there's only certain pharmacies now can actually bring magnesium glycinate into the country to sell to persons. So it's like a magnesium glycinate now is like a kind of mafia kind of business. Yeah, the original Toko CMOS. Yeah, yes, so Toko is my thing. When I go to Toko's to get my CMOS, I only drink CMOS from Toko, by the way. I don't drink CMOS from no other place, no export, no other country, nothing. Toko CMOS. If it's not Toko CMOS, don't give it to me. All right? And Toko CMOS, I just have to go Toko to get my CMOS. All right? Yeah, so magnesium actually have a mafia titled right now. You know, so they're literally, if somebody bring in magnesium glycinate, they will seize your whole shipment. They seized my shipment twice with magnesium glycinate in it. Twice.
Someone mentioned moringa as well.
Well, moringa is the king of local nutrition herbs. I would say local because we don't grow alfalfa here much. And I never say alfalfa here. I don't know if I ever stumble upon it. But moringa is one of the most nutritional plant there is. You could literally survive off moringa alone for at least 10 days. Of course, you have to drink your water. I'm talking about substance, right? You can survive on moringa alone because of the nutritional properties. Like for me, you know, I don't know if many of you all know, but hospitalists and myself, we practice off-grid living. he laughed. He laughed at that one. Right? We practice. We are the pinnacles of holistic health. Yeah, right. We are the pinnacles of holistic health. So we practice off-grid living. So that means grocery is not our go-to for our food. That it does translate to that, right? We are not dependent on the world as well too. We are not dependent on society. We are not dependent on governments. We are actually could call ourselves independent. Many persons cannot call themselves independent. They have to depend on society. If society give them X, Y, and again, this is why certain things happen to you all in 2020, 21, 2022 with the plan, right? Because you was dependent on society, right? So we practice off-grid living. So what I use for my chickens, I use moringa as one of their nutritional source. You know, I use that for as the multivitamin. So I give them some moringa, I give them some fever grass, I give them, if I'm treating them, like my dog, I will have to post that video on my page. My dog, he ended up eating a frog, and like the rest of them, I have 4 dogs and 3 puppies and an American bully. And these puppies end up eating a frog, and I have to operate on them for the last 2 days. Their mouth was shut, and I have to mix up a cocktail for them. I mix up a special antidote with, you know, with a charcoal, your natural antibacterial and whatnot. Dump it in the throat, and they hear to tell the story. You know, so these are the same things that I give to my animals as well too. I give them natural antibiotics. I give them, and it's natural. It won't deplete the good bacteria that is in the gut. You know, I give them the probiotics. I give them the moringa. I give them the fever grass. I give my goats the same thing as well too. You know, so we practice off-grid living, and it's not just for us. It's for you all as well too. I mean, it's for the people that follow us. You know, we don't move left with our knowledge. We give our knowledge to you, but we cannot force you to do certain things. We could only talk to you guys about it. We cannot force you guys to do anything. And even when I'm finished with completing my farm, I'm gonna do a live. I'm gonna talk to all my followers, and I want my followers to eat the same way that I'm eating. I'm eating off grid. You know, I want you all to eat off-grid too. I want you all to eat organic chickens. I want you all to get organic eggs. I want you all to get organic milk. I want you all to stay away from dairy. I am not doing this just for me. I am doing this because I'm leading by example. That is why I'm doing it. I'm not just talking health. I'm walking it as well too. So I want to do a farm, an organic farm, where my clients and my followers can actually come and visit on a Saturday and purchase all my organic foods as well too. Eat like me. That is what it's for. Don't eat from society. Eat like us. Right? We want you to eat like us. We just can't tell you guys to go and do it. We have to do it and show you how to do it. And live that way. I want you all to drink clean water. You know? So when the next plan come, the people who listen to us, the people who follow us, you know, we don't have to depend on society. We have our own little circle, and we have our own little thing going on. If they say, hey, what's going on? Look. See us, man. Show off your tickets. We have our own little things. We have our own little things going on. And when we say, listen to the people who follow us, and people come, let me eat, let me dine, let me throw a party, let me have our own party, let me have our own health party. We health party is not smoke and alcohol. We health party is eggs and milk, goat milk. And clean vodka. Right? Hospital, pull up your screen bigger now. Let me see what's going on there.
Hold on.
And I see you on the small screen. Let me see your flock.
There's just a few of my birds. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. You see what's going on there?
You need a breeding rooster?
No, I have 2 roosters right now, so I'll see how that goes. Let me tell you something. You see that way seen there? That high quality. When you eat them eggs, And what's this? What's this? When you eat them eggs, that is pure testosterone you get in there. You know? Listen to what I'm telling you. All them white chicken eggs with a pumping with estrogen. That is why all them men and them just act like female these days, you know. Because they're eating eggs rich in estrogen, you know. They have female hormones, high levels of female hormones circulating in the bloodstream, you know. That is why men is not men these days. They eating the wrong set of eggs and chicken. They eating they they eating the wrong set of eggs and they eating the wrong set of chicken. That's how. That's how.
Yes, you gotta be careful what you're eating, guys. The truth is, a lot of farmers do not care about you, they only care about the dollar. So they are pumping even the sheep, right? Even sheep that's supposed to be eating grass, they are pumping the sheep with pig finisher, pig grower, things to put on more pong on the animal. So when they go to the butcher shop, they make a pong and a crong, and you are eating estrogen pump meat and all sorts of hormonal imbalances going on within your body. Yeah? Yeah, so you really need to be careful with what it is you're consuming.
You gotta be careful. And again, that is why and men come up for them thing. Come up for them kind of estrogen food. Right? And some there's sort of female hormones in your body and you're acting bacchanal and drama like how woman is being bacchanal and thing and you're the same kind of come out of them thing, be a man. You understand? You're telling your woman when they go to a restaurant, nah, you pay half, I pay half. No, you pay the whole bill, be a man.
Drizzle.
Right? Forget that. Yeah? You want a lady to work harder than you. You home doing nothing, and she working 12-hour shift and she still have to come and take care of you. That is the emotion, that's the chicken. You gotta stop that. You gotta eat. You see what hospital is eating there? It's hard for you gotta eat them real. You see that cock there? That cock only paying on testosterone in them eggs. Oh God. When they eat that, you're strong. Come on, man. That's why we don't eat them stuff. Society, you realize now how society wants us to be? Society wants us men to be weak. That is why somebody laughing. That is why in America. Huh?
What they call it, the soft guy era? The soft guy era?
Listen, we don't have much men at you know. We's that dying race, you know. We's that dying race. There's too much hormones. There's too much hormones. Real men is a dying race in this society, boy. Too much hormones, boy. Too much female hyper emotional hormones. Men are more emotional than women these days. Weak men. They don't know how to hold on a household. They don't know how to be a man.
They can't go and plant a tree outside. They know nothing.
Can't plant a tree outside. They don't know about yard work. Everything is equality. It's an equality. Man is man. Equality fire for that. Man is man. Right? Woman is woman. Woman are nurturers. If a man is a nurturer, something wrong. Yeah, somebody say, see? Your mom says she fed up on them kind of man. I remember there was this video I seen on TikTok, and these people endorsing these things, you gotta, and they make joke with it, but people just take this thing literal, right? You go into a restaurant, and the bill come, and he ball, well, me ain't pay no bill, you carry me out on a date. The man telling the woman is, you carry me out on a date, so you have to pay the bill. That's wrong. That's what society teaching you how to be a woman. No, be a man, right? Eat the right food, and you will get the right thoughts. Very simple. Eat the right food, you get the right thoughts. If you eat the wrong food, you get the wrong thoughts. Alright? Like I watched one of my goats. It's called Papa Boa. When Papa on the land, Papa expresses dominance on the land. He is the man of this camp. And if any other man come in here, Papa button them. If the goats still have that ideology in them, why we lost it, you know? And again, society, because if you watch America right now, every single thing is LGBTQ community, gay rights, gay this, gay that, thing. It's crazy. And even Putin himself, he spoke about that. He said, look at what is happening in America right now. They are destroying the name called family.
And they want to remove.
Go ahead.
And they want to remove the word woman. They want to change what that means. Listen.
And listen. And I mean, there are some females, they are gullible towards that, but there are some females who like a real man. I mean, some females like those type of men, and don't get me wrong, the men that they could, who they could control, and the female could do everything, and he just home doing nothing. That's some females like them things. I'm not disputing that. But what I'm disputing is that, oh gosh, that woman out here is struggling, man. They need it. We as men and society, we need to step up, man. You know? So health starts from there as well too. So yeah.
Holistic health.
Somebody say forever say nah, give me a real man,
And you see, sometimes, and this is the thing, Dr. Lewis, sometimes they say they want a real man. But what a real man really entails, are they prepared for it? Are they prepared to accept what comes with a real man?
Well, let's find out from the comments. Let's see if they're ready for that. if they can accept that, because eyes are hot kettle to crow, so eyes full, man. We're living in a mad world. Oh yes, we are. We are living in a crazy world, man. Somebody said, nope, they're not ready. Yeah, that's true.
This drizzle movement. I try all how to look at this. I couldn't understand it because
forever said very much so. If they are ready for a real woman. Most people don't know what that looks like anymore. And that is so true. Doc, how things? I'm good. How things with you? Any information that we left off? Like any questions?
Yeah, so we have a few. We have someone asks how to build the blood count.
Blood count, again, that's the iron. Building the blood count is the iron and the B vitamins. Alright? Those two are responsible for like building the blood count. Again, it's not synthetic. No synthetic stuff, is strictly organic. So we have an iron supplement here, and we have our organic B vitamins here when it comes to building the blood, and that is something that is clinically proven. Where we actually did something called a complete blood count before, and then we do a complete blood count a month after, and we see the difference in the levels. So that is how we know. Again, my products here at the clinic is clinically proven because we have to use these products to save people's lives, you know. So we do before and after, we do blood work and whatnot, make sure the patient is healthy, make sure you do follow-ups and whatnot. So that's how we know exactly that our stuff is what we say it is, you know.
How often should you detox?
Detoxification program. Most people don't know what they really want. Detoxification program should be done. Depends on the eating habit. So for like myself, it's 3 times a year, right? So we do normally standard is twice a year for detoxification, every 6 months, right? That is for maintenance, right? I just do it 3 times a year because it's just me, right? But standard is twice a year. If you are eating processed food, and pork, which is a high level of parasitic activity, you have to do it 4 times a year. So once you're consuming rufus, it's 4 times a year, like sausages and all these things is 4 times a year. If not, it's twice a year. I think someone mentioned dairy. You have that note? I think someone did mention dairy products.
I didn't get that one, but also a good question here. How what's the cost to do a consultation with you?
Consultation is 300 TT. So that's a holistic consultation where we break down and we build a case for the patient and whatnot, and we give proper advice and recommendations on that product and that consultation. If on the other hand the person decides to pursue with the recommendation based on the consultation, then we do different things like we scan the blood, we do lab work, we do therapy, we do different things as well too.
Right. What's the use of fibroids?
Can you explain how food affects female health? I'm curious to hear about other sides. Right. So foods different. Most of the times, the food that affects female health is the same chicken. Right. Let me explain why. If you ask if you ask out of 5 female that you see on a daily basis, 4 of them have polycystic ovarian syndrome. Right. And there's a reason for that. Because estrogen is considered a growth hormone, right? That means it grows things. It's a growth factor hormone, right? So when you consume a lot of chicken, you get, right, a higher level of estrogen production, right? And once you have a higher hormonal production, what would happen is that the estrogen will start to create growths in your body, right? And when you start to create growths in your body, what will happen is that you'll get polycystic ovarian syndrome, you get fibroids, and you can get actually mass and growths in the breast area. So you definitely want to cut back. You want to cut back on the amount of meat of chicken that you get from, well, the grocery and stuff. Not, if you have a local farmer who don't inject the chicken, then you could consume that. But females supposed to eat chicken without any of those growth hormones in it, and consume a lot of fish. Right? Fish is your superfood. The reason that is because fish is rich in iodine. Right? And iodine is crucial for hormonal production, right? So iodine is important for hormonal production. So you must consume a lot of fish and you must consume less chicken, right? That's it. I hope that answered the question. You were saying something.
Any suggestions for people with Alzheimer's?
Alzheimer's, we actually have a very powerful protocol for that. Again, it's good that the patient do a proper assessment. Right? After that assessment, then we give our recommendation based on that. But we have our brain formula. Our brain formula is very it helps mitosis. Right, it helps the production of brain cells. All right, brain cells is very hard to produce, so you have to come good, and you have to come with proper herbs instead of it. All right, so some of the active herbs instead of that is like the ginkgo, it's like the gotu kola, it's like the charcuterie. Those are some powerful herbs. So they are chief herbs, they are assisting herbs, and they are supporting herbs. A lot of people think that they could just take X and get the results of Y. It don't work like that, right? You must know the combination of herbs in order for certain herbs to activate the enzyme property, especially if you're dealing with chronic cases. When you're dealing with chronic cases, if you take something just for maintenance sake, that is okay. It's an individual herbs that have its own enzyme, is okay. But when you're dealing with chronic cases, you want a certain level of chemistry, you want a certain level of active enzymes. And then after that, you will get the full benefit of that. So our brain formula is one of the most popular things for that. And we use something called stem cell. So yeah, yeah, right. Stem cell is also a very powerful product for that. Stem cell is a healing product. So what they do, it helps the body produce new functioning cells. So we combine the brain formula, the stem cell, and other circulation properties because of Alzheimer's is insufficient amount of blood flow to the brain. So we combine other little things to it as well too, and we get a nice little protocol for patients with Alzheimer's.
What have KK on the live? Blood clots, severe blood clots in the lungs, and I think one in her leg. What do you recommend for that?
The same kind of pepper. When you deal with blood clots, you want to make sure that blood is thin, by all means. Right after that, now after the blood is thin, you use different remedies to dissolve that clot. Cayenne pepper will assist in that aspect, but you use certain enzymes as well too, like your serapeptase, your nattokinase, your different enzymes for dissolving. So we use our heart care. Our heart care will help that process. We use different, depending on how chronic it is, we do a test called a D-dimer test. And we get the size of the blood clot, so we know exactly what we're working with before we go in, just like that. We will know. Here's where we will know now if to add certain melting properties, or we can use this basic melting properties. So it's all dependent on your results. So we don't do things just like that, like you have this, take this. No, it's certain things. It's better that you do a proper assessment.
Someone mentioned autistic. Do you see autistic kids with
Actually, I have two patients with autism. I have two patients right now with that. They are doing fine, but it's a slow healing process. The first thing we try to do is to calm them as much as possible. And like for one of my patients, very young, I think they're like 5 and 6. Yeah, we calm them down. Now they're using devices and whatnot, and we get a very good. We have a success rate under clinical trials with these two patients, and they are doing fine. They come a long way. I mean, it take them a while. Don't get me wrong. All right. It take me at least, I think it's like 4 months to get the results that I get now, but it's still something. It's better than nothing. So there are many doctors can't do anything about that. So just the idea that we make good progress into autistic kids, that is a plus for us.
Someone said they have medical insurance. Do you all sign claim forms?
What we do here, some of the lab works and whatnot, you can't claim back for it, but the medical facility is responsible for insurance, so they make sure. So they make sure and block certain natural medicine from any medical insurance. So strictly only lab work you can get back a claim on. How do you cure LOTA on your skin? LOTA is a condition of your blood, so you need to clean your blood. So what we do, we put you on a nice detoxification program in your blood. We take a sample of your blood and we search for candida and fungus and whatnot. We watch your diet and then we clean you up.
Shin Brits was saying, did you mention the scan already and that for diagnostics?
Yeah, actually, I don't think I did, but our scan is a total body assessment. So what our scan use, we use something called bioresonance, which is biofeedback. It's like the new vehicles they use diagnostic machines, right? They get a feedback to the brain box. That is the same method and technology that we use to see what is going on with a person's body. So we plug in and we send a signal to the organ, and depending on the frequency reading, we know exactly that, okay, this organ is functioning properly. So it gives you a full assessment of the entire body, which is a very powerful tool we use here in the clinic to create a map, right? So what we do, we create a map for patients so we can have a better understanding of what is happening with patients' health, so we can give them a proper protocol to help with the conditions that they are going through. Because everything starts from somewhere. What caused Candida? Candida is a fungus that's caused by overproduction levels of sugars, like inflammation and sugar. Just cause Candida to grow. Candida is a fungus. All right, it lives in your digestive systems. It enters into your blood. One of the tests that we do for Candida is a spit test. All right. So like morning time, you spit in a cup. If it starts to float all over the cup and whatnot, you know for sure that you have some Candida there. So that's what we do for Candida. But you always see it on the tongue in the morning. It's sort of white stuff and whatnot, and you know, if you do a blood analysis, we see it in your blood as well too. So yeah.
Eye degeneration. What would you recommend?
Macular degeneration. Macular degeneration, we use a product called Fountain of Life we have here. We use it for that. A blend with carrots is always, lycopene is always important for the eyes. Right? We use an eye drop here. We have an eye drop that cleans inflammation and gives the eyes nutrition, because the herb is called Eye Bright. So once you use that eye drop in the eyes and whatnot, it cleans the eye from inflammation, and it gives the eyes nutrition that it needs as well too. So yeah.
Yeah. I think that's basically it from what I have here.
Nice one. Woo. Yeah. Plenty talk. So
What? Yes.
I see my Viking photo. Yeah, man. All right, so again, feel free guys to contact me. The numbers is 328-4176. They're going to pin it here now, and 233-2810.
And don't forget the promo code 888.
Yes. So anybody on this live today, when you're booking, use your promo code 888. This promo code is going to give you guys a 5% discount.